Tring podcast gets royal seal after Sarah Ferguson appearance. Sarah Ferguson was the latest high-profile guest to work with the Tring team, who produce podcasts from their hangar. Podcast producers Tring were recently praised by the British royal family for their recent appearance on one of their shows. During her appearance on Two Lit Chicks, the Duchess of York Sarah Ferguson praised producer Jeremy Chapman. Welcome to Royal Pancakes. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications bell, so you don't miss any news about the British monarchy. The Tring-based podcaster has been supporting people in the growing media sector with his business since 2019. He edits and hosts various podcast shows from his garden shed in Tring. While appearing on one of these shows, Ms. Ferguson said, "Second edition of this wonderful podcast, and thank you very much for having us." I noticed Jeremy said, "Jeremy, by the way, I don't know if any of you know, he's a really good producer." And poor Jeremy must have been frantic last week because the tone didn't come. It's true, because he has such great listeners. Two Lit Chicks is a podcast dedicated to interviewing notable book lovers about their favorite print stories. The host is Julia Boggio, and Ms. Ferguson, along with her co-author, Marguerite Kay, were on hand to discuss their work completing 2 books together. Jeremy works on a number of other professional podcasts, including his wife's Diary of a Name Dropper podcast, in which his wife, Meredith Chapman, calls out some of the well-known names in her address book. The pair transformed their backyard shed into the perfect place to record and remix audio work. Meredith said, "After the interview the file became corrupted, which has never happened to us before, but by law it happens to us with a member of the royal family." Jeremy texted Fergie, "This woman was like, Jeremy, poor thing." She responded to him within 4 minutes. She came back and a 10-minute interview turned into a half-hour, into an hour. She said, "One thing I liked about Jeremy is that he asked me, 'How are you?' Nobody ever asks me how I'm doing." Jeremy previously worked in the automotive industry, and at a children's charity before moving into the world of audio. He hopes to work with people from Tring who are interested in podcasting and broadcasting, to help them take their first steps in the still relatively new career path.